Our blessing was in 2005. We were blessed with 400, it was the 400 million couples phase. There were thousands of other couples there from all over the world. And to experience that and to have on our wedding gear and to feel like we are actually being a part of something that is worldwide. And I felt so many other families of so many other cultures, so many other religious backgrounds, and even so many Christian denominations that were participating. I felt at one, finally. I felt like finally Jesus' words about bringing peace and shepherding all nations and all those things were finally coming to fruition in my life. We were trying to do is try to figure out a way to connect our relationship to God. Through Christian education, you don't really have a lot of information that helps to allow you to do that. You have biblical principles. And one of the greatest things about the blessing is that it allows you to connect those biblical principles to your daily lives. And that was the most powerful thing about the blessing to us, because something that gives us some sort of an eternal roadmap that helps us to perfect our couple. You know, these kinds of ideas have always been there and right in the Bible, but not until now. They've never been exposed, you know.
Seeing how things were prior to us even actually thinking about the blessing and learning that there was a blessing, we knew that we wanted to make sure that we got it right. And even myself, in terms of wanting to even get married, you know, when you look at everything and all the marriages and the divorces that are taking place, it kind of discourages you a little bit, you know, say, hey, you know, why would I go and get married and then everybody's getting divorced? And so understanding of the blessing and the value of it, I think people in general want things to work and want things to be right. They get married because they want it to last forever. And so if you have something, like he just mentioned, a roadmap that can give you the things and the tools you need to be able to use those to equip yourself, a promise, you know, your hope of happiness, you know, everlasting happiness and love, that it can happen. And so having the blessing, it takes away the whole idea that this is about you and about him. It centers it on God. And so it becomes, your marriage becomes selflessness. You don't think about yourself. So you're committing to God, you know, in public, that yes, God, this marriage belongs to you. And so if things come up where you may have a disagreement with your spouse, you have to look towards God. And I think ultimately that's what Christians are yearning for. They say all the time that, you know, I'm going to put God at the center. So this is the time to put God at the center of your relationship.
That's right. And also in doing that, it gives you a way of looking at it by taking personal responsibility for the mistakes you make. You know, we're taught so much in Christianity, we're taught to go through the week and make it to Sunday and ask for forgiveness and to give everything to God when it comes to the order of forgiveness. But we don't look at the fact that we're supposed to somehow improve our lives. And the blessing gives you that map that you can improve your life and improve yourself as a couple.
It's very important to realize that even going into the blessing, that it is not a situation that is a cure-all. That's really very important to know. The blessing is the ultimate beginning. It is a commitment between your couple and God. Prior to receiving the blessings, we had committed to know that we wanted to put God in our life. We knew that we wanted to do things the right way. We were seeking higher level of information and education. We were also, you know, making sure that we could center our life and really focus on God and what God wanted for us. And so there are some commitments that you have to have even prior to going to the blessing. It is those commitments that you say, now, you know, I'm ready for the blessing. You have to even be ready for the blessing. And so it's not a matter of getting the blessing and feeling like, okay, everything's going to be corrected now. And I think that is a very important point for couples to know, because it gives you an understanding of the value. You know, you get it, you know the value of it, you protect it, and you want to pass it on, and you want to tell people about it. And so basically it is an area that it is a new beginning. You're committing to God, that God, we're going to make this work. Not only that, we're going to educate ourselves. We're going to take care of our family. We want to make sure that our family is well together. We want to make sure that we love one another according to how you want us to love one another. And so that was very important. And so getting the blessing, now we have that. And so for any couple that is receiving the blessing, know that it's going to take more. You're going to now still need to continue to educate yourself and to really honor one another as God does.